Boom. Haha. Hi.
Hi.
Did I scare you?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Hi, guys. um, to Aaron, the energy has me wicked tired too. I'm not. I'm not even kidding. Like I'm not taken by the energy surrounding moons and stuff. But this year, I'm in my first house year now, and my moon is in the first house, so she's activated. So here I am, suddenly affected by the moons. But it is what it is. Astrology's real, right? So, haha, good evidence. We actually call that astrology good. Um, it is good to see everybody. Yeah, I feel the exhaustion with you. You're not alone. Oh, I exited out here last night, right? I was messing around in Pokopia last night, but really preferred the idea of reading some more Witch Hat Atelier. So this is where I wound up. But I do have some stuff planned for us. Um, and it works just as fine starting here as it does anywhere else. Um, well, you can just go there, I guess. Okay. All right, we got to talk to stuff, give presents to people, and get some feathers. Doable. And I already have the recipes that are available today. I'm going to take that as a yay, I know a lot of recipes, rather than a boo, give me more recipes. It's fine. It's fine. We have what we need. We always do. Okay. So that means I really don't need to stick around here except for the option of possibly getting more recipes from water ripples. So there's only one more place over here to check. Rest where we can, enjoy the... Yeah, it's a good week for resting where you can. Next week's going to be pretty busy too, so... But I am fully prepared because I've talked about it a lot this week, so I'm rehearsed. I am ready and willing and excited, as always, to talk about the new moon coming up if anybody is interested. And also, as always, if you have anything else you want to talk about, I'm ready, willing, and excited to talk about that too. So, can't lose. For anybody who might be new to the stream, the focus is specifically like fear-free astrology and magic. And that is not bypassing astrology and magic. That is understanding how to use it constructively. So, my Aries moon doesn't know how to handle the exhaustion. What do you mean I can't move? Yeah. Lots of people feeling tired. Yeah, there's a reason I can give for this. Yeah. So Beulah, you're talking about celebrating your birthday, and and Dan last year, because Dan is older than me, he turned 36, and I bug him throughout the year because there's only about 1 month of the year where we're the same age. So then all of a sudden he's perfectly young again. There's no problem. But after that, he's old as heck. So he was old as heck last year when he turned 36. And like truly, we started noticing stuff pulls easier and stuff, right? And I picked on him for that. And then I turned 36 and like every day I've pulled something or bent something the wrong way. So it's a thing. I was like, no, I exercise. Like I'm prepared for this. I stretch, right? I should be good. No, not that good. Yeah, fellow Taurus. Whoop, whoop. Oh, guys. Jenny, that's such great news. So the spell actually helped. Jenny, I'm so glad. And I hope that means that your husband, right, is doing better. And it worked for him. Go him. Magic always works more when the person that it's being done for is kind of in agreement with it. So really, really neat. Says a lot of cool things about him too. Yeah, that is so great. Um, Wait, it's ridiculous when the body yells at us for sleeping wrong. 100%. We spent the weekend hiding in the mountains for my birthday, and it was our 10th anniversary. So we were celebrating Dan as well. Um, and the bed in this Airbnb was very firm. And Jack always sleeps with me, and he did not. He didn't enjoy it either. I certainly didn't. For those of you who've been keeping tabs, we got like lightly rear-ended by a car a couple weeks ago, and everybody was fine. Not even really like a scratch on the car, except me, who got mild whiplash because of course I did. And so Dan gave me this ultimatum of like, if it doesn't feel better in the next week, you're going to the hospital. And I didn't want to. So I made a bargain during one of my workouts. I was like, listen, we are so close. That's not where I want to go. We are so close to the next perfection year. It's like almost my birthday. Can I just not have to go to the hospital for this? And as I was lifting something in my neck kind of like popped and everything felt better. So I did not have to go to the hospital. But being in that Airbnb and how stiff my neck got for a minute there, I thought maybe I hadn't fixed it because of how stiff everything was. I'm very picky about pillows, and that wasn't it. Yeah. So, yeah. Hang on. Yeah, the medicine's really helpful. I'm so glad also that you guys caught it so soon. That makes a world of difference. Yeah. Did Uranus cross your luck of fortune again? My lot of fortune. Yeah, Uranus is actually, let me check where exactly Uranus is. I think he's past it. Uranus at the moment is right on it. Oh. Hang on. Is it to the minute? I'm going to stay inside this weekend if that's what's happening. Hang on a second. I will let you know. Because it's at like 1 degree and 0 minutes right now. And of course, Luna is taking forever to load. But for anybody who's wondering, the last time Uranus hit my lot of fortune, which is 1 degree and 13 minutes on my chart. So Uranus is fast approaching. The last time Uranus came close to my lot of fortune, I got hit by a car while I was in a crosswalk. And I'm fine. Just dislocated a shoulder. You should have seen the car. And so I looked at the astrology, of course. Like one of the first things I did was had Dan text the time that it happened and the location to my mentor so she could grab the chart because I couldn't use my arm for a bit. And we did then look at the astrology for it. One of these several factors, worth noting there were several, one of the several factors was that Uranus was stationing retrograde on my lot of fortune at the time. So now Uranus has since finished that retrograde and is actually making it back to the degree of my lot of fortune as we speak. So stay tuned. I don't expect to get hit by another car. I'm going to put that out there. We'll see. But yeah, that's the best I got, honestly. We'll see. Who knows with Mercury? And to add fuel to that fire, if you use annual perfections from the lot of fortune, it's still the same house number, but you start at your lot of fortune. So I'm in a first house from lot of fortune year, which means my lot of fortune itself is activated and it's in the sign that Gemini is in. So we'll see if that plays a role. It's going to be well worth the research and I don't mind being that guinea pig. So I've had many astrologers and therapists ask me to write my biography. Eventually, I'll probably get around to it. um, I think I'm going to call it Astrology Good. Cool. I don't think anybody does unless they're a stunt double. Yeah, or like very good at their psychic stuff on pre-order here. Viola, I appreciate that. Actually, right now, I'm still pitching the book When the Stars Fall, which will be a fiction book that's going to sort of explain how astrology works and the origins of astrology back in Mesopotamian times, using Mesopotamian pantheons and techniques. And an actual astrology chart from modern day is the outline of the book. So as you're reading it, the events that are unfolding actually are a chart from our current era. More info on that soon. Send all the positive vibes that agents like it, and then after them, publishing editors, because the quicker it gets to them, the quicker I get it to you. And I really want to. That'd be fun. Yay! Thank you for the sparkles in the chat. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Your partner takes a pillow with him on every trip. That's fair. I've started thinking about it. I have a travel pillow, but it's not like good for hotels. Okay. So, last little ripple here we can grab. Okay. Dang, astrology doing their thing. Yeah, for sure. It does. Speaking of pre-orders as well, you'll probably hear more about this on Friday, but if you had intentions of pre-ordering M's book, La Costa, we have learned that Barnes & Noble is the best place to do that. More info on that coming from Eb, so make sure you're staying tuned in all of her channels for updates. But, no, that was a cute noise. Okay. Let's head back and get some stuff done. Right, Zelda? You're so cute. I wish I could rig it so that Zelda was in the camera, because she's adorable and you deserve to see her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, AJ. Awesome. So, like I said, I am prepared to speak on the new moon. I'm pretty prepared to speak on some of the transits of next week as well. I've got my chart and stuff open if I need to refer to them, so I'll be able to check my data for you. And in the meantime, and in addition, I am totally open to anything you guys are curious about and would like to talk about as well. Okay, so, first things first, we want to give ourselves time for this to show up. I finally built enough things to get the last thing for summoning an evolution, and it's this pizza right here. And I'm just going to see if I can set it down right here. I have so much stuff right there. And yes, that qualifies. Fantastic. So we're going to keep an eye out on this spot, because this is where we're going to get Flareon. Whoop, whoop. Oh, very nice. Thank you. That I needed to hear that. Thank you. It's like Umbreon was at therapy with me today. Okay. So our next project is the second story. I would have offered pizza for sure. The second story of this building, which was actually the first one I constructed. It's going to be for Sylveon. And as you can see, Sylveon has this delightful cake. So let me show you. I should have all of the squares necessary and then some. Sir, what are you doing down here? But it's probably going to be like scooch over there, my friend. I think it's going to be down here. I have a lot of these things. Is it in this one? It's not. Okay, up in that one. There it is. It's going to be like cake, kinda. So, upper, walls, walls, lower, and I think I did this for the floor. Yeah. Cool, that should be everything. And we can bring it over here. While we're waiting for Flareon, we can build Sylveon's apartment. Ta-da. Oh, I can't get up from here because there's a slope king. You got, oh my god. Okay, we're gonna, nope, okay. Well, I don't need your permission to get out of here. I will just rise on my own. We may be trapped, but we are resourceful. Okay. The new moon is 2 degrees from your Saturn. What might you notice? Okay, cool. So, if you know me, which it sounds like you do, you know that Saturn is one of the visible planets. So this moon being close to your Saturn is something I would pay attention to. And this moon is happening at 25 degrees of Taurus. So that means your Saturn is either at 23 degrees or 27 degrees of Taurus. And so what we're looking at there is what Saturn does for you. So again, this is going to be something that you can make very personal for you. But in general, Saturn does things like structure, boundaries. Saturn will do very like foundational things. For example, Saturn is one of the representations of the father as well. So think about like that stern hand that tells you what is right or wrong in childhood kind of thing. I don't know. But also in ancient mundane astrology, it was one of the co-significators for the king, but not the king as an individual. It was the system that supported the king. So like the people who pull the strings of the puppet, if you will, right? So that is something to keep in mind. That might be a problem. There we go. That there is some kind of like the foundational stuff behind what your beliefs are, how you were raised. Think traditions that may be very supportive to who you are or may be very restrictive to who you are. It can kind of go either way, and it depends on how supported Saturn is. If Saturn is doing anything in your chart outside of just being Saturn. And also, if you were born at night, Saturn tends to bring more challenges. So first thing you're going to think of is, was I born during the day or at night? If you were born at night, Saturn is Saturn is kind of a punk toward you, brings up a lot of challenges. You'll notice that when stuff is hard in life, it's usually a Saturn transit. Now, a Saturn transit, not something transiting Saturn, right? So this moon's not necessarily going to bring up something hard in your life. It's going to be affecting Saturnian areas of your life. Subtle difference, but one's a verb and one's the object of the sentence, right? One is doing the action, one is receiving the action. In this, Saturn is receiving the action. Cool. We got Flareon very fast. Love that for us. And this is your home, buddy. Enjoy. You've got, hay? I mean, you're in the other building. I'll come find you. So think about those kinds of things. This moon on its own is just another new moon in Taurus, where the moon is exalted, right? Um, yeah, AJ, thank goodness I was born in the AM. Yeah. Um, so wow, we're having like a shower party over here. My goodness. Um, so the moon on its own actually would be rather lovely, to be honest. The only thing that I've been noticing as something to be aware of is the fact that that's not going to work. All right, I'll have to fix that. Maybe it can if I just jump. Um, that the moon is conjunct algol, which is what we'll get to. Um, I'm really glad the verb and the object is helpful to understand how those things work. Yeah. Astrology and languages are in the same place of the chart. So astrology really is formatted like a language. So it can be helpful to use those kinds of comparisons. So, like we were saying, hang on a second. Saturn is going to be Saturnian things, not Saturnian actions. So we think like fathers, grandfathers, foundations, rules, boundaries, those kinds of things. That will be receiving a conjunction from the moon. The conjunction from the moon is going to make them feel simply more personal. And so it's a new moon. The moon is dark. So it may not be something very obvious yet. It may initiate something that becomes more obvious as time goes on. Something to just keep an eye on. And then you would expect the culmination of that, by the way, like if something's going to start, when does it end? Typically, you would think it's like a year-long cycle, but you'd get a lot of clarity around the full moon in Taurus, which is going to occur while the sun is opposite in Scorpio. So we're looking in like October, November, you would get that clarity. So just things to kind of keep on the radar for that. And probably in the next few days, you would see that starting. It's nothing to panic about. Again, you've got time for it to be recognized and to take action. But again, if you were born at night, it might be something of the more challenging variety. That and the fact that your Saturn potentially, especially if it's at the 27-ish degree, is also very near Algol, which has its ups and downs to it, right? Algol is a tough star, but if you have natal placements near it, you're already kind of adjusted to it. So again, I emphasize fear-free astrology. So what I like to really help people focus on is the fact that it's not necessarily the end of the world, especially if that natal placement is already there. Yeah. And the house it's in should give you more context. Yeah. So as far as the placement of your Saturn, next thing I would think of is, does Saturn rule one of your angles? Like, are you a Capricorn rising or midheaven? Something like that. Because then Saturn takes a little bit more responsibility in your life. Are you in a year where Saturn is activated by perfection? So you would have a perfection that's in the house of your Capricorn or Aquarius. Saturn is your time lord. Transits to your time lord may have an effect. Yeah. And then for added context, once you've thought about all that other stuff, oh, look at their friends already. That's so cute. Once you've thought about all that other stuff, you get to ask yourself, I'm too short. What house is it in? And how does that house show up? Like, what does this house rule? What are some things that are influenced by it? So, yes, you are correct. You already have a pretty good understanding of what's up. I think, because I still need a roof up here, right? Yeah. I have a ton of stripes. I could do stripes for the roof. I feel like that would work. Let's see. We'll give it a shot. And then this will also be effectively a patio. Okay. we want to give 2. There we go for the stairs. That's fine. Okay. Okay. There we go. Here we go. We're gonna fill that in. Nope, that stays open. And then there. I'm not mad at that. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna need stairs, and we're gonna need. The stairs are gonna have to be in another position. Yeah. Okay, we'll fill that in, and then we'll let the stairs be there and there. Okay. You always keep the side eye on Saturn as it squares your ascendant. That's wise. So it's in your 4th house or in your 10th. One of those, if it's squaring the ascendant. And either way, it is angular, so it's an active participant. In the 10th, I had a feeling. Yeah. Yeah. That fun floor reminds me I got Pop Rocks. Yay! That sounds fun. May have been on planet for 50 years, but you're still a weird little kid that likes candy. May we always all be weird little kids in whatever way makes us happy. That is your blessing for the evening. Use these stairs. Do I have... oh, these. Okay. Can I climb up here now? I'm running out of energy, so I'm going to need to eat something. Yep. So that was a fantastic question. I appreciate it. And so as I've... Look at you guys. Okay, wait. No. I mean, stop where you are. We'll get him eventually. Oh my gosh. That's so good. Okay. I'm not mad at that. That's nice. Okay. We'll have stairs over here too. And then we'll... Oh, we're going to need windows as well. We'll get to that. Yeah. Pop Rocks were invented in 1912 and were enjoyed by adults more than kids at the time. You enjoy those Pop Rocks to your heart's content. Love it. And agreed. Cool. So first, we eat something. I got all these things here that are unnecessary. Cool. Now we become this again. And find our stairs in my disorganized mess here. There we go. Okay, I certainly don't need 10 steps, but 1 will do. Okay. And there. Hey, we have steps. Yeah. I might want to change the fact that there's a window here that's not very good for privacy. But it's also kind of fun. They're going to be roommates, and it's going to be like a bakery in here or something. I don't know. So it might work. We'll have to fill in these blocks with something too, but we can figure that out too. All right, next up. I will pop rocks because I am an adult. Honestly, that's my favorite thing about being an adult. Like, who's going to say I can't? Here we go. Look at that. It's turning out cute. Okay. Oh, well, I need more of them. But the vibe is there. Not mad at that at all. And we have to think about how we want to do windows too. We tend to do broader windows at the top. That's interesting. I wonder if we do like 1, 2, 3 instead of all the way across. Yeah? Like 3 individual windows. And then the side here, well, it's still going to be another layer of houses, so that's fine. But the back can have some stuff. We'll go look at windows and see what we think when we're down there, because we got to go get more stuff, make some things. Nice. Sir, can you not sit on that couch? I know I let you live with me, but you're taking up... Oh my goodness. Did I scare you? Okay. A few tall windows. Yeah. I like cathedral windows. We gotta find... Oh, I'm gonna need some of those too. Power. Okay. Also, FYI, Dan is on standby and with us tonight. And okay, I just forgot what I was looking for and then I remembered. So I'm gonna get back to finding you. Boat railing? Yeah, I like boat railing because that's stone fencing. It's not the same. Okay, we're gonna make like 40. We're gonna make 40 because that's what we can make. Everybody says hi, Dan.
Howdy.
That was the second half of a howdy. I'm not sure if the whole thing made it through the microphone.
Howdy.
Wait a second. So Ren says ranch snack dip. Wait, we're on something here. 11 so I think a few tall windows. Hi, Dan. Random snack tip. You're going to love this, Dan. If you used to enjoy Dunkaroos, which I did, and are disappointed with the taste change, Betty Crocker makes a Dunkaroo flavored icing that's pretty close. Yeah. Oh, we need a bird. So this is great. Hey, Luge, yeah.
Dunkaroo icing sounds absolutely necessary.
It does. Honestly, I think we should find it. You know, I used to miss Dunkaroos and I would buy boxes of vanilla wafers and then typically like a Pillsbury frosting, like the chocolate or something, or their funfetti. But if there's actually a Dunkaroo mock version, I want to try it.
Absolutely.
That may have to be one of our adventures this weekend. Okay. I'm going to need... Hi, Tingala. Nice of you to be here. Okay. Hiya. Got the feather. Okay. We are well on our way to achieving our accomplishments for the day, which means we're going to need Dan to come over so we have 3 more accomplishments. Flareons come out where we can actually see them. But it's not... Oh! Hang on. Do we have an opportunity here? Oh, hang on. We're going to get it this time. With the cute lights. All right. No, look this way. That's perfect. Great. Cool. We did it. Finishing this up. I know what I'm doing. I don't forget anything. My memory is perfect. Okay. A little manifesting there for you. My memory is immaculate. Okay. And that's that part. Woohoo. Okay, my memory sucks. I didn't make windows. Okay, so what I'm thinking is these kinds of windows, but like every other. What do we think? That sounds fun, right? I like the white sash windows for that. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. You bought the icing and some Teddy Grahams. That's neat. Because then you can get like the cinnamon ones. Use it for a snack platter at your birthday party. Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds amazing. Okay, so we... Okay, so we're going to need like 6 of these. Yes. Amazing. I also know we're gonna need, yeah. We'll start with 1. I don't know what we're gonna put in here yet. We can see what we've got. Well, good job, buddy. Do it again. There you go. Here. Watch this. Hiya. Oh no! It broke the plant. Hang on, I'll fix it. There you go. Where'd it go? It's back. You're fine. What do you mean? Nothing happened. Okay. Let's see. What do I have that we want to put in the cute house? I can still make stuff too. You might have to. Teddy Grahams are elite. Looks like we may have to make some stuff. I think it'd be cute to put that inside. Put that in there for funsies. We're also going to have the table with the cake. Cake. I already have a kitchen, but I can do like white countertop kitchen instead of the brick. That'd be fun. The oven's still going to be brick, but let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. That's wall storage. This is the kitchen table I'm thinking about. Let's make 3 of those. Cool. You had an aunt that lived down the street that gave you your. You had a Dunkaroos enabler. That's so cool. Okay. Do I not? Aha, I have you. Yes. And a microwave. How cute. You can have a refrigerator. Yeah. Do a microwave. I don't have the kitchen sink. I don't have a kitchen sink. I have a bathroom sink, but not a kitchen sink. Huh. Another recipe to look forward to. I think that might be a little bit loud. We want one of these stylish cooking pots. Nice. I mean, we might as well make it super functional, right? Cool. Okay, so not neglecting my actual promise of astrology. I mentioned lightly here tonight about algal, and I've talked a lot about algal on social media and elsewhere this week. But would anybody like a refresher, or if you haven't heard about it yet, the new moon is going to be conjunct algal, and therefore it's kind of a big deal. And I emphasize kind of, to be perfectly honest. If this moon were ruler of the year, which last year the moon was, so like I would have paid attention to it a little bit more. And I would have been like, ooh, ruler of the year, moon on algal, yikes. But it is not, and Mars is not too entangled with this moon either. I like the soft sea. We can do a couple of those. So while it is something that's like, this is worth looking at. It's not necessarily, knock on wood, catastrophic or like this affects the entire year. It is a lunation. Lunations are important, but it's not like a hallmark. Oh, excuse me, a hallmark thing where it's like the rule of the year is doing something. So actually, our main influencing planets of the year are staying pretty chill for this, which we'll take, especially considering Mars, ruler of the year, is moving into Taurus, I believe on like Sunday or Monday. I'm keeping my eye on that one. Okay, yes, okay. So I'm going to explain Algol and fixed stars just in general. And if there is, this is the perfect opportunity because we have so much time together. If there's something about it that you're like, I don't get it, ask me and I will make sure I do justice to it. So are you kidding me? Oh no. So that you feel more comfortable with it by the end. Oh, this should be like a sun porch too. Yeah. So not Al Gore. It's Algol, Algole. You're ticking me off here. Hang on. Okay. Because it originally comes from the phrase Al Ghul. So it's Al Ghul. I think that was Aramaic. Don't quote me on the language. But it is the ghoul, Ghoul. And in other parts of the world, when it was observed, it was noted as the pile of corpses by the Chinese. Yes, exactly. Like, boo, ghoul. So, not your most like adorable situation as we're making this adorable setup here. That's not quite the vibe of Algol, the star. I wish it were. I really do. That would be nice. We're going to do top to bottom. I'm going to need more. No, we can't. Okay. I'll make this work. But anyway, yes, a happy fun time star. So let's talk about fixed stars. Fixed stars are, the best way to explain them is to compare them to stars that are not fixed. There are stars that wander. Hey, Gabe, perfect timing. So the stars that wander are the wandering stars, aka the planets. So we have our planets that wander and appear to move throughout the sky, right? We watch them go across a backdrop of stars that don't move. They are, all of them, fixed stars. Some of them we play connect the dots with and we call them constellations. Some of those constellations are in a part of the sky where the planets move around, so we made a circle out of them and called them the zodiac. And then among those stars and constellations, there are particular ones that become not just fixed stars, but the fixed stars. And so they were noticed to have extra something to them. You may have been hearing a lot about the Pleiades lately. I know a lot of cultures also reference the Pleiades, the seven sisters. Those are fixed stars in a constellation. Algol is a fixed star at about 26 degrees and 31 minutes of Taurus when you project it onto the ecliptic into the zodiac. Like, we're working with a sphere here, so we have to take the six stars. If they're a little bit up here, we smush them down here. And so we say it projects to the ecliptic at the 26th degree and 31 minutes of Taurus. So that's fixed stars in a nutshell. And I'm going to pause here really quick just to say, did that make sense? The Seven Sisters, Yeah, the Seven Sisters aren't necessarily the Muses. They are the Pleiades. They are Subaru. If you've ever seen a Subaru car and its logo is seven little stars, that's the constellation of the Pleiades, Subaru. When we were in Peru recently, there were carvings and things that referenced these stars. And one of my fun stories about the Pleiades, Subaru, Seven Sisters, is that we have lore, especially even among sort of, among a lot of cultures, but including Native American cultures, where there are seven sisters and one of them over time in the legend disappears. And that's because there used to be seven stars that were visible, but our vantage point has moved, that one of the stars is now behind another star, so it's no longer visible. So now there are only 6 stars of the Seven Sisters remaining. Yeah. It is a party in that apartment, right? This is Evie's house, and everybody wants to be here today. So that's cute. It's because everybody was upstairs. They just came from the bathroom party, whatever that is. Spa party? We'll say spa party. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. There were 9 muses. But that is, yeah, it's cool history, right? Like, the coolest thing about astrology is it makes you learn other stuff that is also cool. I actually recently pitched an agent, and I thought I got you. Where are you? They had a field on their pitch form that didn't have any instruction. And so I was like, I'm not going to leave this opportunity like of showing my personality out. There you are. And so I was like, I don't know what this field is for, but did you know that the story of Hermes stealing Apollo's cows is actually Mercury retrograde? So they'll know once they read my pitch, and hopefully they'll find it as fascinating as I do. Yeah. Gateway hobby for sure. Astrology becomes a lifestyle. Yeah. So that's fixed stars. They are the stars that don't move. It's literally just all the stars that are not planets or asteroids. And Algol is one of them. And often when fixed stars are categorized, in order to help us feel familiar, they're given sort of a vibe check, if I'm honest, because often they'll be of the nature of 2 planets in combination. So like of the nature of Mercury and Venus, of the nature of Jupiter and Saturn, of the nature of Mars and Saturn. That's Algol. Algol is of the nature of Mars and Saturn, which is the 2 malefics. So you can tell people were not really thrilled with the nature of Algol. And so that's what we're kind of learning about it there. So I still have more furniture to place in here. So that's, I have to do the windows too. Okay, so that's the idea behind Algol. Did I do a good job of explaining that? Let me know. I'm going to put this we're going to put the windows above this. I like it. Yeah, and if you have any further questions, please also let me know, because I can do better. Look at that. It's cute, but I need you to face this way. There we go. Cute. Okay, and one right here. We'll put this right next to there. I will get more electricity, don't you worry. Nice. And one of that. And okay, hang on. Move you down a little bit. Cool. Because we're gonna do that. And that. Yay! Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. What do you think? Cute? Okay. Cool. All right, so we feel good about fixed stars. Hi, bud. Nice of you to pop in. um, so that's what fixed stars are. And one of the things that I personally do in my practice with fixed stars is unless they are interacting with something, they're not really, they're way out there in the firmament, so to speak. If you think about Lion King, where Timon is trying to explain the stars as like little fireflies that got stuck up there. If there is a transit or a planet or a new moon that happens near a fixed star, it's like giving that fixed star the microphone to filter its nature into whatever is going on with that transit, in this case, the new moon. So this new moon, in addition to being the exalted new moon in Taurus, is going to have the effects of Algol blended in with it. Cool. So when we look at this, we're like, oh man, okay, so new moon, love that for us. It's separating from Jupiter, and I think it's applying to Mercury. Not bad. But dang, it picked the wrong seat in Taurus to sit in, So that brings us then to what are some ways that we can conceptualize Algol? Yes, we've heard it's the ghoul, and in some places, it's the, oh my gosh, you're right. Look at all three of them in there. This is so cute. Boop. In some places, it's a pile of corpses, like in China's lore. And it is also Medusa. In some lore, we're going to put this here. I think that'd be cute. Maybe? I don't know. I'll think about it. I want to make 4 of these, actually. It's the head of Medusa, very specifically. And it's, sorry, I'm just so confused that they won't be right next to each other. So in Greek lore, it would be the head of the Gorgon, the head of Medusa. And I'm going to say this wrong. For some reason, I don't know how to shape my mouth around this word. In Talmudic lore, it's being compared to Lilith. And Medusa's been coming up a lot this week specifically, and I don't think that's like necessarily too much of a coincidence. But it's also Lilith, and it's also compared to, oh, I had another one. Oh, dang, I forgot, but I'll remember. But you get the gist, right? It's typically personifying the divine feminine that's been kind of cast out because it wouldn't conform-ish thing. Insert lore here for that one, I guess, right? So we're going to do this one, and then down here, and then we'll do here, and up here. So what we find is, though it's given this really like negative reputation, it's also perhaps this is worth investigating, and we'll be able to study it, right? Perhaps worth considering that maybe that's how history decided to write it down. And one of the ways we can think about it is that it's potentially more of like a divine feminine rage expression, which is another thing that's been quite popular as far as themes lately. And if you ask me, for very good reason. So I expect that we may be, especially with the stupid headlines this week. Sorry, my first house year has made me so much less concerned with being polite about certain things. No, I like that. That worked. If you mean when you say more, do you want to hear more about the headlines this week? Yeah. Mama had enough, and Dad doesn't want to admit his part in it. It's a really good way of saying it. Specifically, I'm referring to the headline from Dr. Oz talking about what an issue we have in this country about women being underbabied. If that doesn't take people off, I don't know. It takes me off. So there's that. But just, how much people who have no right to really talk about things are sticking their nose in things anyway. It's kind of annoying. I love that you're sleeping here, buddy. Get cozy. Oh, right. Speaking of cozy, we should move the person in here. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. So, just some people can mind their own business and they don't. And I don't know why. No ribbon cake. Oh, that's not part of your house. That's not your ribbon cake. Case in point. It's not theirs. It's all Sylveon's. It's literally Sylveon's habitat, and they decided they owned it too. They can get over it. Literally let them move into my house, and they're going to go and say that. No. Okay. I think, do we want cake near the back wall, like here? Or do we want cake more centralized, like here? I think I'm going to move that to the window in the back. I'm going to do this for now. Yeah. Here, let me finish this for you, hon. You can have... Oop. Hang on, that's not how that goes. You can have your cake and eat it too. Yay. There you go. And put the chair down. Look at that. I'll talk to you. No, the conversation's been playing out in Pokemon. They did, though. You saw it. All right. All right. Yes. Good. You live here. I will finish making it pretty for you. Have fun with that. Oh. Okay. That's fine. Just go jump off, fall down the stairs. Okay. Anyway. That is Sylveon personifying her feminine rage by just leaping down the stairs for reasons. That's cute. I like that. That's fine. I feel for her. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. So, yes, if I were to say what Algol's effect on the new moon would be, how did she already get over there? Okay, fine. So Algol being conjunct the new moon, we may see some examples of the divine feminine finding outlets for its rage. Now, historically and in the natal charts of some historical figures, I can give some examples, including my own chart. I'm not a historical figure, but hey, if you want a little sneak peek into the bio, I can talk a little bit about effects we've noticed Algol having in history and with the natal charts of people we know. Let me know if you'd like to hear some of that. To be fair, it's not like the coziest stories to tell. So, just a little heads up there. One, because we have people in the comments who are interested, so I shall deliver. So, one that I find particularly interesting, and remember, this is not just a new moon. It is also an exact solar eclipse for this location that we were talking about, okay? So, at some point in history, during an eclipse period, that had been conjunct algal. A solar eclipse conjunct algal. Yikes. That's when the guillotine was invented. And that's interesting, right? Because algal is, oh, I guess we're playing hide and seek. Sure. Um, because algal is the head of the Gorgon, right? So the head, the guillotine, stuff to keep in mind. You just stay over there, buddy. I'm just gonna watch me run now. I thought I could do it, but he's fast. Well done, sir. Yeah, so that happened. Uh-huh. Ironic, maybe, or not. Because you see, also, Taurus is the sign that rules the neck. Okay, you guys aren't going to catch me here. Boom. Taurus rules the neck. So you'll see, like, Taurus people tend to have, like, nice voices and things. I hope so. But in this case, algal kind of shows, like, a severing feature in the head area. And this doesn't always have to be, like, mind-blowing. Einstein had conjunctions in his chart with algal and discovered the atom, right? So that's something. JFK had, I believe it was Mars conjunct algal in the 10th house. You know, that JFK's situation unfolded. And all of these references, by the way, there's a lot of good, hey, you're here. There's a lot of good information in Brady's Book of Fixed Stars. So this is a good reference. This is where I get a lot of my information when it comes to fixed stars. It's just a really nice book for that kind of stuff. I was on my way back over here, right? Yeah. There we go. And algal has beheading as a long-standing signification. Yeah, the head of the Gorgon, severing of neck stuff. And so you get kind of head injuries. In my case, algal is near an important point in my chart. And if I were to say, I wonder if that means anything, my carotid arteries are cut off. There is no circulation to my brain via my carotid arteries, which are in the back of the neck right here. So that's a thing. And again, you can still thrive, I guess, with this. But it's stuff to keep in mind, right? It can show up in many ways. Some of them are wild, some of them can be potentially scary, and some of them are practically genius, right? Like discovering the atom. Dang, I'd prefer that. So things to keep in mind. And again, those cases are a natal position for someone. So it's in their natal promise. They had a planet there. Or it's with an eclipse, which is a very big omen kind of moment. This new moon in and of itself shouldn't carry that quite as much onus to it as those events do. But that's not to say that we're not going to notice similar themes. So just wanting to give you guys as much information as possible to work with. Yeah. So that's the T on algal. You have it semi-conjunct Saturn. Semi-conjunct as in like conjunct? Or is semi-conjunct one of the other aspect things? I don't think so. So it's probably like close to your Saturn. Yeah. Dang it, this doesn't all keep colliding. Throat chakras. Oh, that's an interesting connection. Yeah. Taurus rules the neck. 2 degrees off. Okay, so I would consider, by the way, this is a perfect example. Thank you, Ren. A visible planet. So that's the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Moon, Mars, Jupiter, or Saturn within 3 degrees of conjunction. Also, your ascendant, your midheaven, descendant, those angles, and perhaps your lot of fortune. Any of those within 3 degrees of a conjunction with Algol, and that's 26 degrees and 31 minutes of Taurus. So within 3 degrees of that, I would say it's something that you could definitely qualify as noticeable and notable in your chart. That, to me, for sure fits. I'm looking for more sources of light for this house that we're making. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, so Ren, to be fair, I wouldn't even consider that semi-conjunct. That to me is conjunct. When something is exactly conjunct, like within a single degree of conjunction, we actually call that partile conjunct. In Hellenistic astrology, you could make a case that anything in the same sign could be considered conjunct. 3 degrees is really tight, like a very sure conjunction that you could work with. I'm not going to find light sources here. I need more lights. Are you a light? Maybe I do Pokeball lamps. It looks great on a shelf. I don't want to put it on a shelf.
Pokeball lamps.
You scared the bejeebers out of me. I don't know if everybody on the screen saw that. Yeah, but the Pokeball lamps don't get hung on the wall.
True.
Maybe I make some shelves. We could do the square ones too, wall lights. Or I've got these spotlights we could put in ceilings and walls. Yeah, let's make, I don't know, 15 of them. Nice. Dan has been so quiet, I was startled too. It's not just me. It's okay. It's comforting once you know who is talking. God, is that you? Cool.
No.
No.
This is an envelope.
Okay.
Lasso, where are you?
Yeah, I need to do that too.
Let me know when you want me to come over, by the way.
I'm gonna be hanging out here the whole time, so you're welcome whenever you want. I can open up my island.
Go ahead, open it.
Yeah. Let's see. Conjunct Saturn squaring your ascendant. A healthy cervical spine was never meant to be. See, this is another example of astrology good. The astrology checks out, and it's not necessarily a fortunate situation. Yeah. I want to invite others to visit. Local. No code necessary. Did you connect Algol to Samantha from Dungeon Crawler Carl? I did. I think I said that on Monday on the Magic Mood Boost. Dan actually was just introduced to the character of Samantha today. Confirm. Okay. Yeah, I love Samantha. So, all right, communicating. Yeah, Algol could be similar because it's the head of something, right? To Samantha. For anybody who doesn't know, in Dungeon Crawler Carl, the book series, Samantha is the head of a doll. A doll. There's more to it than that, but you can read the books to find out. One of my favorite characters. Beulah says, Dan, we're sorry and you're welcome. Welcome to the cult of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I knew he'd like it. Okay, I want to do, ceiling lights. Okay, I'm going to do one up here and one over here. And that'll be, how's that look? It's good enough because of the way things are. Ugh. Okay, up, there. I made a ton of these, so I think I'm going to be okay. Oh my goodness, I might need to do this. Oh, I fell. Hang on. Okay. Up and down. Oh, and over. Can we? Yeah, there. And then I light it up with these. Come back. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I'm confusing myself so much. There we go. Yeah, I knew you were wrong. Dang it. Okay. It's okay. We can fix it. Just get the light. Don't get the whole block. Yeah. Okay. I want that. And then if I line myself up here. There. We did it. Cool, cool. All right. Now I've got to get us some power. I think we'll do it from the... What do you think? Should we do it down here or from the top here? We'll do it from the top. So we'll retrieve that and retrieve that. And we'll put that there. And we'll put that there. And the lights are on. Yay! Were you able to get in, Dan?
I'm finishing up something in my work real quick.
No problem. Well, this is cozy. I like it. Is it just me or is it too... Did you say cold? Who said that? Anyway. I made you this whole house and you're sleeping over there. It's okay. I don't take it personally. All right. Well, this is adorable. I'm satisfied with it. Flareon is too. Cool. Yay! Awesome. All right, time to do our look from over here. And voila! Look at that! With the Pokemon playing out front. So nice. I like it. It's turning out well. We have one more row to do because Glaceon needs a home. I know, look at this. We did the things. And then I'll make it prettier around here too, I promise. Are you going to go to your house? You going to go hang out in your own house? The one we just built for you? That's like all adorable? No? No. Okay. All right. Ta-da! We did that. Doesn't take long either. It's nice. I have to go close that window. It's going to bug me. In your own time, Flareon. It's your house. I'm just invading it. Okay. I also have a question here. Can I explain astrocartography at all? There we go. Saw a TikTok earlier where they showed a map of the globe with a bunch of lines on it. And they were talking about the different lines being places you should see. I never saw one of these before. Is it okay that I put that in chat again? No worries. So astro mapping, because astrocartography is copywritten. Astro mapping, same thing, is the concept that if you take your natal chart and you overlay the chart on a map of the world, the lines that you then get from that will go through, sometimes converge on different places in the world. If you're like me, those places are all in Siberia, which is kind of unfortunate. And it happens a lot where people are like, I see all these lines and that's a really cold spot and I don't like the cold. So it's something that's a newer technique in astrology that when I see newer techniques, one of my first thoughts is, that's fascinating. And I can't wait to see what we learn about how effective it is. So Yeah, brain always the coldest places for me. Why? Um, yeah. So, and I will recommend someone if you want to have your astro mapping done. Um, Gemini Brett did it for me once, and it was neat. And I can do it if you're interested. I will tack it on to a consultation that we're doing just for, additional information and stuff. Um, but it's the idea of overlaying your chart on a map and seeing where the best planets lines fall. Now, rules of thumb, uh, you would typically be thought to do better on like a Jupiter or Venus line. Particularly, there's there'll be a Jupiter midheaven or a Jupiter ascending, Jupiter descending kind of lines. You'll get kind of both. I think it's AC, MC, and DC, and IC are there too. Yeah. So you would want to, if like you're thinking career, you'd want to go to your Jupiter midheaven line because it's this Jupiter culminating line that would be very expansive and bring you recognition and that kind of stuff. So that's the theory there is behind it. And, I'm excited to see how it plays out so we can learn more about it. Yeah, I hope that was kind of helpful. Great question, valid question. Astro mapping is all over TikTok right now. And also, this is a video I'll be posting. It's in my drafts right now. It really needs to be emphasized more often. Astrology is it's not a single thing anymore. You can't just say, I'm an astrologer and have that be enough these days. It's got to be, I'm an astrologer who specializes in my opinion. Like, I'm an astrologer who specializes in traditional techniques, and I incorporate the outer planets. Oh, man. I incorporate the outer planets and occasionally the asteroids and that kind of stuff. But to just say, like, I'm an astrologer, there's too much involved with astrology. There are too many branches and too many specialties now where it's just not clear if you only say you're an astrologer anymore. And that's not a bad thing. I just think it would help people to understand that and know, like, oh, I want this, therefore I want to go to this type of astrologer. The same way as, like, you find the tarot reader that works for you. Or, thinking in terms of like medical practices, we are not comparable to medical practitioners, disclaimer, but you go to the right practitioner for the right thing. And so in that case, you'd go to, a doctor that does stuff for your foot if your foot hurts. So you'd go to the astrologer that aligns most with your ideals and what it is you're hoping to get out of a consultation. Yeah. Cool. Also, how is the people, honestly, I think, Gabe, you might be able to back me up on this. It was trademarked by the people who, I think, developed the technique. So using the word is trademarked. Kind of like Happy Birthday, the song was trademarked. So all the restaurants had to come up with their own version of Happy Birthday. It's like that. So we got to be careful about using astrocartography. Now they do like astro asterisk, carto, all caps, asterisk, ography. And that's how they still use astrocartography as something that they can still say. But them's the breaks. Yeah. Yep. You looked at yours, and your moon line goes through Athens, and you're going on the Greece trip. Cool. We can look at that together, and when we get into Greece, it shouldn't take me long. We'll just look at your moon together and be like, ooh, we might expect this. And we can study it together. Do you mind letting me study through your experience? Um, yeah. Astro Place Magicology. I like that. Yeah. 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 No, that'd be really fun. For the record, and you probably have seen the pre-trip videos that we send. I will, on occasion, look at someone's chart while we're on a trip. I don't promise it, because I've had people come on a trip and like literally wave their charts at me the whole time. But you know, sometimes it's like, no, this is the right time. It's necessary. I get the feeling that we're supposed to, and I will ask someone like, can I see your chart? What's going on with that? So it does happen. It's not guaranteed, but it does happen, because I honestly just can't help myself sometimes. And why would I want to? Why is this random? Dan, is that you? Hang on. We're gonna... Yeah, I was just about to... What would have happened? Can you turn into a block again? Let's see. Okay. How did I miss you? Okay, okay. Ready? Ready? No, no. I couldn't do that. Hey! You gotta stay still for the experiment. Thank you.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no! Well, that's fine. Honestly, that's actually really fine. I don't need it. Haha.
You should really build an elevator.
I think that was my original plan. I've just been, because that's why I would have used the black thing here, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I have other things to do. Yeah.
So we're supposed to collect non-burnable garbage, but you don't have any litterers on this island. That do
it's okay.
non-burnable garbage.
Yeah, but maybe there's some just laying around. I wonder. Hang on. Let me try something. Yeah.
I just tried dropping non-burnable garbage on the ground and collecting it.
Oh, dang it. That's what I was going to do. Okay, yeah. Why
are you all partying right at the top of the ladder?
Because, oh my gosh. No. Here we go again. Yeah. Thank you for the permission to read your chart to filth. That has been known to happen on occasion too. And here's a cool thing. Like in Peru, we didn't have a ton of time for like tarot and journaling and chill nights. But in Greece, we typically do have time. So I should be able to have an easy time of getting around to it. Also, at dinners, make sure we sit next to each other at one point, and we'll make sure that that happens, because I will be interested. And I want to make sure, like maybe at welcome dinner, we should sit next to each other, because I want to get the information of what we expect to happen at the beginning of the trip, and then you can let me know by the end of the trip if what we expected to happen happens. So, yay for experiments. Yeah, like what I need to do is evict these two, but I destroyed their houses, so that's on me. I need to make them new houses. I just haven't done it yet. I'm going to go look for some trash to pick up. Actually, speaking of trips and stuff, we end up doing some hikes on our trips. They're not usually like as extensive as climbing the actual Machu Picchu mountain, so don't worry about that. But when we do, one of the things we do as offerings to deities and nature and that kind of stuff is we pick up the garbage along the way. So that's what we're doing here tonight. All right, I've got paper, but that's burnable garbage. Interesting. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, stuff that happens in this game is really funny. I always appreciate it. I can't believe there's not more garbage around here. Did I already go around cleaning it up?
Probably.
There's a whole area of sea glass here, and seashells. Oh, this is going to be so useful later. Oh, I'm hungry. No, that's really good to know. Yay. Cool, cool, cool. I'll need these at some point, and I will know they're here. But no garbage. Whoops. Sorry for my clean environment. I mean, I've got garbage, just not the I have recycled.
Where's your recycle station?
The garbage cans behind the Poke Center is where I think it's not Ghastly. It's Coughing.
Coughing's right there, yeah.
Yeah, he's a recycler.
I meant the little box where people can go to recycle things.
You mean the community box?
Yeah.
I don't have one near him. I have one for the person who chops, and I have one for the person who makes bricks.
Yep.
Hang on, I'll be right back over. I can show you.
I found it.
What you doing?
Don't worry about it.
I know. You always say that, but then I do. Oh, Zelda Bear. Life is so hard. She just got up. And now she's got to find a different comfy position. Alright, hey Evie. What you doing tonight? Okay. Well, that's cute, but I'm good. As usual, Zelda is correct. You know, oh my gosh. So she does this thing, and it's really cute, where she kind of hops around in circles and will use her nose to push blankets into just the right positions for her. And she's doing that right now. She is beating the dog bed into submission and making sure the blanket knows who's boss. In case there was ever any doubt or question. Now I gotta check these, because why are there leaves in here? Why are there vines in here?
What are you talking about?
In the community box.
I have no idea, to be completely honest.
So you're telling me that the gather guy has been gathering over the entire... No one even litters vines. Leaves? Okay, I get it. They're over here.
There are vines littered literally right behind the coughing area.
But the guy who gathers doesn't live near there, so he's gathering from way over there and then bringing it over here?
That is correct.
Well, my new favorite Pokemon. Love to see it. And this one's empty. Alright, what are you doing? What are you doing? You made something. You're so smart! Ah, you're so smart. Oh, let me get out of your way. Hey, that was 2 out of 10? That looked like more than 2. But I see what you're doing here. How did you do that?
Non-burnable garbage.
Crafts
copper
the blocks.
Ore, iron ore.
Iron ore, okay. Puppy biscuits, yay. Okay. I know wait, do I have this recipe? Do I not? You're telling me I can't make a compact garbage block? Well, so if you're talking about the boxes for storage that have garbage in them, have you found those?
No.
One moment. You're about to have tons of garbage. I'm glad you have the recipe.
Destroying the inside of one of your mountains for copper ore. Not a lot.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I would sigh at that, but I was too busy sighing at someone who just pushed me back down the hole that I was just climbing out of. All right, I'm going to leave some more garbage for you next to the crafting table.
Perfect.
That's just one I want to leave. Can I drop? Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure it drops all of them. Okay. You will have a house soon, my friend. I am working on it. I will spend the next week gathering the materials to make the blocks so that we all together can make a house for Glaceon next week. Boop, boop. Also, as we're finishing this here, we're going to need a new project or a new game. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? There are things that we can do in this game till the end of time. And also there are other games out there. We can always play with those too. Yeah. Let's pick some honey up. Nice. And more. So much honey. So much honey. Okay. Good to stick with this for a while longer. Cool, cool, cool. Me too. Not a problem. All right. It is very peaceful, isn't it? Oh, well done. Wow, we still need 3 more. There's more garbage for you. I'll just sit here and be patient. Someone today told me, it was in my, I had a meeting with my theology mentor, and he was telling me his personal prayer for patience. And it was, the whole, God grant me patience now. And I was like, sir, no offense, who is it? You live in Canada. I need patience actually results yesterday, or maybe like a year ago. Oh, there's Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho?
Hello.
Ho-Oh. There it is. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. Ready? Oh. Well, kinda. How can you miss a flaming feather? Alright. I'm really excited to hear you're coming to Greece. That's fun. I'm looking forward to Greece. Hush hush, I guess. I mean, it's kind of common knowledge now that I try to make a talisman for everybody on the trips that's like specific to our trips. But astrology and, Hellenistic magic have a lot in common. So I'm making a talisman for you guys, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be really cool. I need to get the materials for that sometime soon. The election's in June. Beulah, happy birthday. Yay. Uh-oh. What happened to you, buddy? You're just never satisfied, though. Yes, of course. Yeah. I have to decide what's going to be the best way to make them and stuff. But yeah. every opportunity I get. Everybody gets either a spell that they get to do themselves, like I did that in Japan because I wasn't about to do Taoist magic. Um, that felt very unaligned for me to be able to do. Um, or I'll do a talisman that is of a practice that I have access to. So yay! All right. Bye, Beulah. Happy birthday next week. This guy, by the way, is our champion gatherer that's been just picking up everything all over. Yes, sir. You know what? I have to give a gift to someone today. It's going to be you. All right. The moon is so pretty. Maybe it's a good night to stay up late. Aw. Look at, what do I do? What do I have here? You guys give me weird stuff all the time. What do I want to give you? Would you like a leaf? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I mean, you can have that too, but great. I should have just given you food. Here, I'm gonna do you one better than that. I can do better than a leaf, buddy. I'm sorry. I blanked. Look at this. I've got this for you. Don't make me paint. This is for you. Cool. Yay. I guess we did give a gift already, or maybe because Dan's here, we aren't counting towards our personal dailies. But that's okay. Still gave a gift. Still a good thing. Well, that's adorable, you guys. Yes, sir. Can I help you? Difficult to express how grateful I am. Aw. See, now I'm getting a gift. Isn't that lovely? And it's rose seeds. Cute. What goes around comes around. How butchered are the mountains out there?
You'll never know.
Cool. That's the way I like it.
I do have almost 300 black rocks now.
I appreciate the effort you went to. Oh my god. Yay! Okay. Whew. Get it. Yeah. We need to place furniture and I hear you taking pictures. Okay. 10 furniture? Goodness. Okay. Buddy, what did you do putting yourself in a corner like that? There you go. Okay. Okay. 10 pieces of furniture. Let's just grab some stuff. This is not the place to grab some stuff. This is. Do lights count? They kind of do. It's weird what counts as furniture and what doesn't. What do I have? Like, fossils do not count as furniture. This table will count as furniture. Let's do a bunch of stuff. Because we can always just pick it back up. Alright, so we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're good. Thank you. Oh no! What are you doing? Where are you? I should have just done this down there. I don't know why I'm coming up here. A bucket? You shouldn't have. No. What are we doing? I want to help. If we somehow accidentally make a habitat in all of this, it's going to be really funny. Did that make it to 10? Yeah. Okay. I guess I gotta pick up this bucket, huh? That's fine. Cool. Done. Oh, and bonus. Nice. Gotta make 2 habitats. Can work on that. A lot of it's just flowers. I have not done a lot with flowers. Ah, hello. Let's see here. Yeah, so just trying to think. It is only Wednesday, right? Excuse me. So the rest of this week, we've got Friday to do sort of a recap. It's the 13th now. Wow, my eyes. It's the 13th now. Good Omens, by the way, for anybody who's been excited about the new Good Omens finale. That's out. I can't wait to watch that tomorrow. It's like a really good week where we're getting New Witch Hat Atelier and new Good Omens. No, what is all this? Like a really messy scavenger hunt.
Running away.
That's not part of that. Aww. Look at all this furniture I have to pick up now. You didn't do anything in the houses and stuff, did you?
No,
Okay,
gosh,
okay.
no. That would have been too much work.
What should I do? 1 piece of fluff? I mean, yeah, I can, but ugh. Excuse me. Oh, we're gonna have a spa party again. That guy just did a flip. Hey, what do you need? I saw Toxtricity bump full force into a tree and cry out, "Nice try, bud," as if it didn't hurt. One of their many charming traits. See, it's charming when people run into stuff.
Yeah, it is. Don't deny that.
Well, thank you.
Who here has generate?
Toxtricity does. Jolteon does. Pikachu does. Pikachu's nowhere to be found right now, but it is, right? One of, well, this is magic. Wait. We've got a... Oh, no! This same Pokemon 3 times. Okay, that's cute. But, like, dang. 3 times it's messed up my photo ops. Anyway. You, sir. You wanted... Got you something. Yay! You're welcome. Oh, nice. I'll take some iron ingots. Yes. How about if I... Oh! We didn't like that? Sorry. They levitate. They did, and then they stopped. Yeah, so... one of the cute things that Dan came up with on our anniversary last week was, what are some of your favorite memories from the last 10 years of being married? And do you see Jack's foot right now?
Mm-hmm.
He is kicking. He's laying on his back and his feet are doing this, and it's adorable. Sorry. One of, I think, 2, okay, correct me on this, 2 memories were me running into something?
But, 1 running into and 1 falling down.
Right. So one was one of, like, we weren't even married yet, actually. This was the year before we got married. I wish I could show you more with the pup dates. We were at Best Buy because I had just got a new job and I needed to get some stuff for that job. And I was looking at the laptops while I was walking by, and I was not looking forward, and I ran face first into a concrete pillar. literally sent myself into shock. Dan was behind me, and to his credit, he did try to reach out and stop me, but I think he just couldn't believe that I was actually going to run into it. And so I bonked right into the cement pillar to the point where, like, immediately was crying and laughing. The whole shebang. It was wild. And then the time I fell was like 2 days before my birthday in Italy. Anybody who traveled on the Italy trip knows that that was a wild trip to begin with. But our guide was off he goes. Our guide was so terrible, he kept leaving the group behind. And so on this one day, I was literally trying to put myself in a crosswalk to make sure traffic wouldn't cut the group off. And as I was trying to run into the crosswalk to do that, one of the stones from forever ago caught my foot and I fell in the middle of the crosswalk, in the middle of traffic. And that was the first time I ever tossed a water bottle into traffic. And Dan was with the group behind me, and apparently his only reaction was to say, "Do you want to say it? You're here."
Yeah. Up. Chris is down.
And that was it. I got up and then got everybody across the street, and we made our way to the Vatican. Good times. I guess some of my best stories are injuries, but it is what it is. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Well, somebody's really happy somewhere. What's going on? Hey, guys. Okay. Yep. Jack is tap dancing right now. Both feet are going. It's really cute. Okay, where did you go? I'm gonna assume you're on one of the other islands.
Yes.
Alright. I saw you roll off this way. Much like Samantha. Was the guy who sent threatening message after you? Yeah, it was that guy. It was the guide who told us to go die at the end of the trip. Yeah. We ended up booting him. It was 2 days after this situation where I fell. It was actually my birthday when we were like, "Hey, don't bother doing anything anymore. We're gonna take it from here." Yeah. Yes, that is it. Yep. And I'm sure had Dan been there to witness it. Oh wow. Thanks. Toxicity just fell asleep where you left him, but that's great. Yeah, if Dan had been there, I'm sure he would have found getting hit by the car pretty amusing too. I wish someone would have witnessed it. I'm still so mad that guy didn't send me the video.
Yeah.
Could have been a cool dude.
Could have been.
All right, recipe for a bronze wall. It's fine. Again, it makes really good stories, so I'm never mad. I mean, I'm mad when it's appropriate to be mad, but in the end, it's like, I got a good story out of it. More for the biography, apparently. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and then this over here is going to be a really good one. Where it should be, because it's like super gold. Yeah, we have not had a guide that bad since. And in fact, Trova has accommodated us in a lot of really great ways to make sure we never have a guide like that again. So I appreciate what they've done to make sure that doesn't happen again. we actually now send an entire PowerPoint presentation to guides ahead of time saying, like, this is the kind of group we are. Here's what we expect from a guide, and we need you to, like, work with us on. And also, like, hey, we're a team here, so anything you need from us to help us make this a great trip, awesome, we're in. Like, the idea is that the guide feels like they're part of the group. I really like when we get that situation. And for those of you coming to Greece, you're guaranteed that, because we are going to have Malcolm. And he was our original that, like, taught us what good quality should be. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see him again. Yeah, you have to. And honestly, it's easier because I don't view it as advocating for us. We're advocating for the travelers, which, again, makes it even easier to do. Nice. I see you've been hard at work.
Always.
Where are you now? How do you do this? You're everywhere and nowhere all at once. You're like a ghost.
Yeah.
Has anybody in the chat ever seen a ghost? We got like 10 minutes left in the thing. Let me know if you've ever seen or interacted with a ghost before. Dan has aspirations of interacting directly with a ghost one day. Yes, Jenny has. Ren has. That's awesome. With your eyeballs, no. With them moving objects, yes. That's legit. Yes, in your home, pretty sure. So pretty much everybody in the chat is like, yeah. Samesies, obviously, but yeah. I've had a couple like mixed experiences, eyeballs and other ones. Dan and I were talking today about how okay, so Dan and I have been learning over the past few days that our experiences are different in multiple categories. One is, I don't know if you guys have seen the Instagram wheel or whatever out there that asks how you view the year when someone asks you about picturing the months of the year. We are very different in that. And also when it comes to seeing energy. So I can see energy with my physical eyes all the time. And I was on a ghost hunt for my birthday a couple of years ago, like a long time ago, pre-Dan. And they took us into the basement of this one house, and they said the ghost activity surrounds this typewriter. And if you sit in this chair, I guess it takes the ghost off or something. And so they were like, does someone volunteer? And I was like, I do. I don't want to take the ghost off, but I want to see what happens. So I sat in the chair, and this guy, ghost guy, comes over and starts ranting to me about something in the corner. And so I look into the corner that he goes to by following his energy. And I'm like, what's over in that corner? And why is it there? Because it's upsetting to the ghost. The lid of the typewriter was kept over there. And this guy wanted the lid back on the typewriter.
Robert.
It's well, yes, exactly. Yeah, once I saw ghosts or entities when I was working at a camp. Yeah. So we got the typewriter cap cover back on there for that guy. Like, just, it's not hard to treat them like people, I guess. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I rarely have problems with ghosts. Sometimes they're temperamental, sometimes they're cranky. Yeah. But I don't know. I've never had anything like straight out attack or anything. I've had stuff try. But also, I don't know, I'm not very tolerant of bad attitudes, whether it's a ghost or not. Oh, cool. Jenny, you had witnesses to what you saw. That's awesome. I'm still really proud of what we did here. This is cool. Look at how neat. We're going to have to make this whole thing look really nice, too. That'll be fun. Yeah. I do remember one of the first times you and I hung out, Dan, when we were still dating long distance, but you came to a paranormal conference with me. Later that night, we had done a chip coffee experience, and he was talking about these ghost children that sometimes showed up that he saw. And later that night, when we were trying to sleep, something went bump in the night, and both of us woke up, and Dan, like, bleary-eyed looked at me, just put an arm over me, and then we fell back to sleep, and it was just like he was going to protect me from the ghost kids.
It was great.
It was great. It's still, I can't believe I didn't think of that memory when we were talking about it. Oh, yeah. You have just things disappear sometimes and have to ask for them back. They reappear again within a few minutes. That sounds like Fae, potentially, too. When I lose stuff, I'm always just like, what game are we playing? And how do I get out of it? Your husband experienced some hauntings at your house. It was your family home. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, we had stuff when I was growing up at my house, but it wasn't the house that was haunted by like previous owners or whatever. It was an object my mom brought home from India. And also the fact that I was, a kid with psychic abilities. So that kind of lit stuff up. Your family calls them gremlins affectionately and ask out loud for what we want back. Oh, that's cute. Nice little relationship with them. Sounds nice. All right. Are you still here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, we're playing Look Away. Okay. Zelda is smushed against her blankets right now. Oop, not that way. Maternal side from Appalachia. I feel like it's a folksy entity. That's fair. And also, for anybody wondering, I'm from Pennsylvania's Appalachian Mountains. We say Appalachian there. I acknowledge that other areas of the mountain range say Appalachia. Don't get mad. But yeah.
Get glad.
I was saying don't get mad to Magby, not anybody who says Appalachia. For the record, again, totally fine that people do that. But funny enough, the one thing I will argue about is people who say that the Northeast, Dan, doesn't count as Appalachia. I don't know why you would say that. But my argument is then why does every horror movie take place in Pennsylvania? Yeah.
Because it's New England.
Oh my gosh, we are mid-Atlantic. How dare you?
Ooh. Pennsylvania is weird.
Pennsylvania is weird. I'm not going to argue that. But mid-Atlantic is the accent of Old Hollywood. So, don't know why. Mothman lives up there. Yep. The Jersey Devil's up there. We have Slender Man. We have our own version of Bigfoot. I don't think it's the Bigfoot. I think it's a Bigfoot, maybe. But also, there's just like lots of if you heard it or saw it in the woods, no, you didn't kind of stuff. You just didn't. Don't. There's where I grew up. we had a place called Penny Woods, and it was near a children's hospital. And the lore was that the souls, and this is the children's hospital I went to growing up too. So the lore was that souls of the children got trapped in the woods. And if you threw a penny in the woods, I don't know why, they would throw it back. So Penny Woods. Mm-hmm. Fun stuff. We had a lot of cemeteries around where I grew up, so there was a lot of lore about what happened in those cemeteries. I'm like literally everywhere in Shamokin is in walking distance to a cemetery.
Do you have any of those Gengar Jack-in-the-Box things?
Let me check. I'm using both of them for habitats because they got me Haunter and the other guy. Whoa! Well, okay, this is really nice of you, but also it's giving me really hard White House vibes. So I really appreciate it, but like I might also change it. I love the lights. No, I'm gonna leave it. It's different. It's different. It's not traumatizing.
No.
It's fine.
No, we're gonna tartan print it up.
Okay. Tartan prints are so much better. Yes. Sorry. It's so nice of you. I'm from Michigan. You have Dog Man?
Okay.
It's definitely not a werewolf. Okay. I do not have another Ghastly or whatever box. I've only ever found 2. I wonder, do I have the recipe for it though? Excuse me, sir. I might have the recipe. I feel like I got the recipe. It's hard to tell because it's just a box. I really did think I had the recipe. That's weird. No, I'm in the roof stuff now. Huh. Curious. Nope. Bummer.
Alright.
What were you looking at? Not you, this guy. Oh, a bird again. Ooh. I like where this is going. Very pretty. I would hang out here. That's actually really cool. There's also Mishi Peshu, which is like a Loch Ness monster crossed with a cat. It's described as a water panther. That makes me think of Champ in Lake Champlain. My friend who lived in Seifert, was Seifert the haunted dorm building?
Yes.
Yeah, I communicated with the ghost there a couple times. My friend from Seifert lived in New York State and near Lake Champlain. Cryptids are fun, yeah. To be respected, but also fun. Oh man, I just looked at the time. So with that, next week we'll have the reveal of what Dan's doing in my storage area. We will build our next house for Glaceon, and we'll see what Dan's up to in his creations as well. And then we'll come up with a new goal for the game, which will really be fun too. We have Oscar the Giant Turtle. That's cool. And we'll come up with some more fun stuff to talk about next week too. This has been great. I appreciate you guys so much. Next week, I believe I will be self-modding because AJ has prior commitments at a show. So everybody wish AJ luck and break a leg and all the wonderful things.
Good luck.
and have a wonderful evening. We'll see you live on the Ink